Hi Nathan, how you doing? I've got you up right here. And let's go ahead and start. Take a look at your final presentation here. So I just want to say that I'm not really going to comment much on content because I think I've spent enough time in the last 7 weeks really hammering home content. So let's give that a rest. You've got plenty of comments there. You can extract many of the comments throughout the weeks from the course while it's still available to you. And please don't hesitate to grab those video critiques and download them. You can save them if you feel that that would be helpful. So the reason I say that is because I guess in a few weeks you won't have access to the class anymore. I don't know how long they hold them in there, but I know that eventually they disappear. And when they do, all this good stuff disappears along with it. So grab what you need when you need it. Okay, so here we have our opening page. Okay, and what I want to say about the opening page here is that basically this image right here, and by placing your logo right here, you're making a lot of future decisions for yourself. And this is where the grid comes into play. I don't know if you've worked with a grid before. If you haven't, please do some research and make yourself familiar. A grid is basically laid over your pages, and it would be a series of horizontal and vertical lines. And the reason you lay a grid is because that mostly for alignment reasons, obviously because you have built-in alignment. Now you don't print the grid. It's not visible only to you. You turn that layer off before you turn your file in for print or presentation. But of course, so you would have this, and the other thing about the grid is that it creates this as long as you use the same grid on each one of your pages in your presentation, you're guaranteed this mathematical symmetry, this harmony. I'm sorry, not symmetry, this mathematical harmony that acts as an insurance policy for you to make sure that your page mechanics are mathematically correct on each page. And of course, by adhering to the grid, that is an insurance policy in that direction, as I mentioned. Next page. From here to here, I think we have a really abrupt change going on. I don't know about this right here. If I were ADing this project, I would say let's get rid of this. It just doesn't have. I mean, perhaps it depicts or resembles skis going through the snow, but I just don't think it's enough of it's not strong enough to be able to really present page after page in this really valuable real estate, almost a #1 position in hierarchy as we're looking at the page layout. I don't know if that's, actually, I would highly recommend that against that. Okay. I would just rather see your images get cut off right there, just with a straight crop, and then just have a white background where your text is. This treatment for your I tell students all the time, just because something might fit doesn't mean it's a reason to use it. So your logo might fit on the page numbers, but that's not a reason to use it as a placeholder for your page numbers. I think it's kind of, I don't know how to term this, but it's just kind of forced. Okay, so as we go through, now we've got a couple of things. Now, all right, so here's what I have here, and this is one of my main problems here, is that your text is not anchored. In other words, your text is jumping around on every page. The beauty about anchoring your text, in other words, let's say this is where your text box starts on every page. Your headline is right here, and your text starts right there. That way, it doesn't matter where it ends. It starts at the same spot, and of course, you would align that with something on your grid with the logo to ensure mathematical consistency. And then you would place your text there and do the same consistently on each page. So as you go through the pages, the headline would start at the same spot on every page, okay? Your headlines right now, I'm not real sure if they're not centered. Are they? I mean, this one looks like it's right aligned with the type, with the right margin of the justified type, but over here we can see it's not. It hangs over a little bit, so you're losing some typographic consistency there. My suggestion for improvement is to set your type up using style sheets in InDesign. You can also use master pages as well. Master pages and style sheets are going to guarantee you solid consistency. Here, let me show you something. All right, let's get rid of that. I want you just to watch two areas in the page. Okay, I want you to watch this type and this page holder. Now I'm going to go through pretty quick and watch how they jump around. Okay, specifically, let's do that again. Look at the page number. Watch how it jumps around. See how it's jumping around on every page? That should be anchored on every single page, and that's how you would use a master page in InDesign to make sure that doesn't move. And then watch the type over here. Sorry. See how it jumps up there, and then back down in the middle, and then here's one with no headline, and then here's one with, okay, and then back up to the top, only this one is 2 headlines, and then back down to the middle, and so on and so forth. So you're really jumping around quite a bit there. In terms of, and your type boxes are too. Watch them jump around. Watch this area jump around. See that the margins aren't even staying the same. So that is my main concern, is consistency on from page to page, typographic placement. Other than that, I think the work really, it has come along quite nicely. I think you did a great job. I think other than those comments, and I'll just list those. Those will be, I'll talk about those as, I'll refer to those as some comments that I had from the video. Okay. All right, so that's all I have. Hey, man, if you have any questions at all, or comments or concerns, or if you want to clarify anything clarified, please just give me a holler, and I'll be glad to do so. Okay, thanks so much. Great class. Thank you very much for playing your part.